to get that blood sample. It is perfect. The only noise that the whales will make from their mouth is a burp. Alright, I see Malia's coming over here, possibly for a jump. Woo! So you may have noticed that before that jump, Megan tapped the target pole on the surface of the water. Thank you, Megan. Now, a target pole is a very essential tool in training. One of the very first behaviors the animals learn is how to target the tip of their face or their rostrum to either a target pole, a hand, something like that. And from there, pretty much any behavior can be shaped. Now, how Megan was using the target pole in this instance is for directionality. So, Malia was asked to do that bow behavior, but just for a little bit more clarification, so she doesn't get confused, Megan tapped that surface of the water to say, hey, remember that bow? We'd like you to do it over here, please.
Right there. All right, you guys are here. You ready? You ready? Go on, point there. Say, point. That is so good. That is so good.
So killer whales have amazing eyesight both in and out of the water, as well as impeccable hearing, which is why they can really target where that target pole is being hit. If it is being tapped on the surface of the water 2 pools away, they know exactly where it's being tapped because they can hear it. With that eyesight, they have a very thick mucous membrane that covers their eyes when they're in the water that sort of acts as goggles. And then when they come out of the water, it just drips out of their eyes so that they can see just as well above and below the surface. And with that hearing, if we go underwater and a sound is being made, it comes from all over, right? We can't really localize it. We don't know where it's coming from. They can pinpoint it very precisely. All right, let's see what's coming next. Ooh, okay, so Stacey asked Malia, to do a fluke wave at the other end of the pool. So let's see if she's got that. Oh, they swapped. Oh, so Morgan asked Nalani to come over here. Stacey asked Malia to go there. And they got it. Very smart whales. You can kind of see the differences between their flukes when they're up in the air. That's another way it comes apart. Now, fun fact for you all, because killer whales are mammals, there's 5 characteristics of being a mammal, and they do follow all 5, of course. Now, one of those is that they have hair. Do you guys see hair on the killer whales? Oh, flash warning. Don't say I didn't warn you. So do you guys see hair on the killer whales at all? No, right? No? Yeah, not right now, but they actually did have hair at one point. When they are born with a little mustache. Just right there along their rostrum or front of face. And you can still see sometimes the hair follicles of the remnants of that hair. So they do have hair at some point. It falls out very shortly after they are born now. Another characteristic of being a mammal is that they breathe air, right? So killer whales have that blowhole and massive lungs to be able to hold their breath for up to 15 minutes. But they do surface to breathe air. They're conscious breathers, actually. Unlike us, we can breathe involuntarily. We don't even have to think about it. Our body just does it. Not so much with them. So because of that, they actually don't sleep in the same way that we sleep. They turn off half their brain at a time to rest so that they're still conscious enough to be able to surface to breathe. They jump. If you guys hear Morgan across the way, she's working on those vocalizations. We call that one a scream. We feed our whales here 3 different types of fish. Also, that's a question we kind of get a lot as well. What they eat, right? So they eat anywhere between 100 and 150 pounds currently with their size and their age and all that. There's going to be another center jump as well in a couple seconds by Nalani. So I'll just wait. Here it comes. Whee! All right. So we feed them 3 different types of fish here. Our killer whales are fish-eating killer whales. Killer whales, depending on the ecotype, typically will specialize in different prey items. Although they are the top predator of the ocean, so they really could eat whatever they want, but they do tend to specialize. Ours are fish-eating killer whales, so we feed them herring, which is kind of like the meat and potatoes of their diet. We feed them capelin, which, if you guys remember, I said they get their fresh water from the fish that they eat. A large majority of that comes from that capelin. And then they also get a big hunk of salmon. So if any of you guys are eating salmon today, you're eating like our killer whales. Except yours is seasoned and cooked, of course. They swallow, they're whole. So because killer whales have two completely separate pathways from their blowhole to their lungs and their mouth to their stomach, whereas with us, our mouth has kind of the same pathway, right? So that's why we have a gag reflex to hopefully combat if anything gets down the lungs part, right? So two completely different pathways for killer whales, and because of that, they don't have a gag reflex. So they are able to swallow their prey whole or nearly whole. If they are marine mammal eating killer whales, right, they're not going to swallow a sea lion whole, of course, but they will tear off kind of larger chunks and swallow those whole. But a giant handful of fish, they can just open their gullet and swallow it all. Now those pectoral flippers on the side that Nalani's showing off right now, if you were to look at an x-ray of them, they actually have 5 bony digits, very, very similar to our hands inside, and that is the large difference between flippers and fins. So flippers, like the pectoral flippers on the side, have bones inside of them. The fins, like their dorsal fins and then their tail flukes as well, have no bones or muscles inside of them. So that's the key distinction between the two. Oh, what's Stacey doing? There it is. Jeez, there's so much. Ooh, okay. All right, we got a big jump coming up for you guys, and we're gonna tag out our training session. We're gonna finish off with this really big jump for you with both of our little girls right here in the center. If you guys want to get your cameras ready, they're gonna come over to you guys. All right, here they come. Just kidding. Oh, there they are. They had to take a quick detour, that's all. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us at Dine with Orca. We really, really do appreciate your presence here. You helped SeaWorld rescue over 40,000 animals in their entirety in our history of being a company. So thank you. The whales would like to give one last goodbye. If you guys have any questions, we will be walking around.